God is dead. What comes next? Where do values come from? For centuries we were told they came from above, from God, from absolute truth, from commandments carved in stone. But what happens when the world changes, and those truths no longer hold? Friedrich Nietzsche saw it coming. A world where belief collapses, where certainty dissolves, where the old gods die, not with a war, but with a whisper. God is dead. God remains dead. And we have killed him. He wasn't celebrating. He was warning. Because when you remove the foundation, the whole structure trembles. And suddenly, nothing feels solid anymore. Without God, without absolute truth, how do we know what's good, what's evil, what's worth living for? Most people panic. They cling to the ruins. They pretend nothing has changed. They become what Nietzsche called the last man, a creature who avoids pain, avoids risk, avoids greatness. He just wants comfort, and comfort is a slow death. But Nietzsche had another vision, the Übermensch, not a tyrant, not a conqueror, but a creator, a human who doesn't just follow values, but invents them, someone brave enough to live without guarantees, to say yes to life, even when it's hard, even when it hurts. This isn't about becoming perfect. It's about becoming real. It's about looking into the abyss and choosing to dance anyway. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. But Nietzsche knew something else. Before we can create new values, we must destroy the old illusions. That's why his hammer wasn't just for breaking. It was for testing, tapping on the idols of his time: religion, morality, philosophy, hypocrisy dressed as virtue. What remains standing after the echo? What is hollow? He wanted us to ask dangerous questions, not to destroy everything, but to find what's worth rebuilding. He didn't give answers. He gave dynamite, not because he hated meaning, but because he wanted it to be earned. To live as Nietzsche imagined is to live without certainty, to walk a tightrope with no net, to become not who others expect, but who you dare to be. It's not easy, it's not safe, but it's honest. And maybe that's where freedom begins. Not in following the herd, not in obeying the priest, but in hearing your own voice in the middle of the storm. Become who you are. That's the challenge, and the gift. So now the question isn't, is God dead? The real question is, what will you create in the silence that follows?